So yeah, Brazil. Why Brazil? And in Colombia, wow, that's like a world difference. Like, I was not sick of traveling at all at that time. I would not recommend to go alone to hitchhike.
So you just told me that you are now sick of traveling.
Yeah.
And it's something I'm not used to it. I don't listen it too much when I talk to travelers. So I would like you to talk more about that.
Yeah, so actually I never had the intention to travel. I traveled when I was like 5 years ago. I was traveling a lot.
Yes.
And I loved it. I love like the freedom, the like not knowing what's going to happen, the adventure. I was crazy about it. I loved it.
Yes.
But now, like 5 years later, I'm 32 right now, and I don't feel like having nothing stable. I need my structure, and it was never my plan to travel to do this travel. I was planning to go to Dominican Republic.
Yes.
To get together with my ex-girlfriend, but that didn't work out. So I went to Colombia and I started traveling Ecuador, and I'm traveling for half a year, and
for half a year
right now, and it's like on a low budget, so I cannot like spend my money on really nice things like most travelers do. So yeah, and also right now I'm like a little bit suffering. I've got a cold. And it's like, that doesn't make it really nice.
You got this sick during your traveling?
Yeah. Yeah, I got COVID too, but that was not a big problem. Well, that was just like 2 weeks. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying because I'm not sick. I'm feeling okay, but I'm not feeling 100%. And it's like what I'm doing is like this. I'm questioning these. I'm very like, I want to do so much with my life, but it's like on hold right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's why I want to have structure. I want to have a place that I know I can do my work, I can do my sports, I can know that I can sleep at daytime, things like that. Just like I have my structure.
So if I understand, it's due to the fact that you travel in a low budget. So you mean if, for instance, you travel in a high budget and you can do whatever you want, you will still continue to travel and do traveling like this, not having a stable place, spend, for instance, 2 weeks in Ecuador and then go spend a month in Dominica and all these things.
Yeah. I think I would also be sick of traveling by now, but no, I think I would not continue traveling if I was in that case, but I would not be sick of traveling. I would just every day is like a new adventure. You spend every day, 100 euros.
Yes.
And you can do amazing stuff like most travelers are doing. Well, 100 is maybe a lot, but it's like every day is like party, every day is like, and this is, it's more boring, my travel, I think, comparing to people who travel for 1 month. You know what, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. And so how long have you traveling like that?
2 years almost, I think.
2 years?
Yeah, or maybe a little bit less. Yeah. In total, right now it's only half a year, but
non-stop 2 years, or you travel
non-stop,
or you travel 6 months, you go back to Belgium and
4 months, something like that, and mostly in Asia, also in Brazil. Very nice, I loved it. But
Brazil?
Yeah, I love Brazil. I loved Asia. Thailand is amazing. Yeah.
And so between all these cities, you talk about Asia and Brazil, and
all these countries.
Now we are in Ecuador.
Yeah.
What are the main countries you have the best memories? If you need to choose,
if I need to choose
3 to 5 between all these countries.
3 to 5. What do you mean? I have to order them?
Order them, yes.
Okay. But for me, there are a few things important. When I'm traveling, I'm interested to talk with people. I'm interested in not cultural things. That's not what my main interest, but knowing people.
Yes.
And also the sun. The weather is important.
What we don't have in Ecuador now.
But the coast is good, but man, here is bad. And the prices. These are all things that are important for me. Yes. So for me, number one is Thailand.
Thailand?
Yeah, Thailand. Because it's really cheap. The weather is amazing. The people are friendly. You have nature there. You have a lot of backpackers. I'm talking about the north of Thailand. I'm talking about Chiang Mai and Pai and around there. I didn't really do the south. There's like the touristic
Bangkok
part.
Is which part?
Bangkok is like not in the middle. It's like more south, but Bangkok is not the place you want to go if you go to Thailand. So I always had a good time in Bangkok, but I never was looking forward to go to Bangkok. But like most tourists are going to the islands and to the beaches, but I didn't really do that. I went to the north and I loved it. I was there for 4 months in total. Massages, like a massage.
Massage. Thailand is massage.
Like Thai massage. I want to have like it's so hard as possible, and it's like you come out and you're like kind of flying.
You did every day?
Not every day. But they were cheap. Like I think like for tourist massage, I think maximum you pay €5. I'm talking about 7 years ago. Maybe it's totally changed. But I felt so good, and I also like studied Thai massage over there and things like that. This is my first country. My second country, I was
before we move. No. I've heard that it is the country of smile.
The smile that the people always smile.
That? Yes. Even if they are angry, they smile.
I never knew they were angry with me, but people are really friendly. Absolutely, yeah. But it's not that I would. Maybe they're more friendly than other places. But I'm mostly friendly to the people.
So
most
they
people
will
are
be friendly
to me. But yes, it's possible that people are more friendly there. But it's also for the tourists. It's also their income. So it's
So it's the first. If you need to choose between Brazil or this country you've been, Thailand first.
Thailand first.
No, second.
Second, Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes. Brazil is more expensive. But the beaches in Brazil are amazing. They're like one by one are amazing. The weather is great.
All the time?
No, not all the time, but
the time you were there.
Most of the time it was
it's
great.
Like Ecuador, it's 2 seasons, rainy season and dry season. I don't know, but
I don't dare to answer that question because I was there for in total 4.5 months.
Do you remember which time of the year you were in Brazil? It's January or
I don't know.
Summer in France.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I went twice. The last time, and that one was more rain. It was during the summer.
Okay. So during the summer in Europe, this time it rains in Brazil.
Yeah, it was raining. I mean, like you had some rain. I mean, like the weather was amazing.
It's not all day, yes.
It was very good weather, but like some days you had some rain and it was not that nice. You had to stay inside.
Yes, you can continue.
Yeah. Brazil. Why Brazil? It's a little bit more expensive. But the weather, the beaches are amazing. The people are nice. The girls are pretty.
The prettiest in the world.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but I was disappointed about it. But like comparing with Thailand, because I came back from Thailand, I had like 11 days in Belgium, and then I flew to
Brazil
to Rio de Janeiro. And the first thing I did was walking on Copacabana Beach
to see if girls are really beautiful.
I was what you can say like I was running behind every girl. It's crazy.
I should have, if I were here with my camera, it would be funny. Yes.
It was like, man, that says also a thing about like the Thai girls. I'm sorry, Thailand. But after a couple of days, you start you get used to the beauty of the woman, and then you can say, oh yeah, she's not that beauty. Well, what was I thinking, Brazil second, and then I have to think because I never answered the question like what is my third country.
If you need to choose instinctively, Belgium maybe because of the fries.
Oh, but can I choose the European countries? Then I'm going maybe for like I'm thinking about like Spain, Portugal, but also Ecuador and Colombia.
Spain, Portugal, Ecuador, and Colombia.
Yeah, I don't know Portugal, so I cannot say anything.
You have never been there?
Well, I've been 7 hours in Lisbon or something. So, and I don't. Yeah,
Portugal is in my top list in Europe.
Of course, yeah. Of course, easy. Yeah. Well, we go to the south of France too. I would love to go there too. Like
Toulouse, Nice, Montpellier.
Exactly. But I have to choose. I will say like Ecuador. Like cities like Montanita, they're very, very nice. Also, like in the beaches, you have like you can work on the beach because like that's what I want to do. The weather is great. The prices are low. All things that I think it's important. The people, the girls are pretty, and they like blonde guys with blue eyes. So it's like a plus.
You were well treated.
I was. My God, that was good here. It was good here.
You were in your field.
Yeah, but you have also Colombia, and I think the people in Colombia are nicer. Like Ecuador is like boring country in the evening. I'm not talking about Montanita. That's like a village on itself. But Guayaquil, Quito.
Because what I notice in Ecuador is around 4 to 5 p.m. most of the things get closed. I don't know if because of the COVID. It's like this.
No. Yes. I don't know why it is.
In the street, sometimes you have nobody, and
it's like, what is going on? Like
even the morning, it's at around 10 a.m. that things begins to open.
And people are on the street and at daytime, but at night, nobody. And in Colombia, wow, that's like a world difference. Like that's the life is even more like at nighttime and in the evening time. I mean. So yeah, for that Colombia, but like you don't have a place like Montanita in Colombia. And the people are nicer. I think the girls are prettier. Sorry, Ecuador, but this is like Colombia is like I think of the places I've been like the most beautiful girls. Like I was also in the world.
Less than Brazil.
Yeah, more than in Brazil. Yeah, definitely. I was really disappointed about Brazil. I was also actually disappointed about...
They're good in marketing in Brazil.
The beaches in the world, the country is amazing in Brazil for sure, and they're beautiful girls, don't get me wrong. But also like when I arrived in Bogota, I was like also disappointed about like the girls first, but after a while you
get used to it.
No, maybe. No? I hope not, but I think like I saw more and more beautiful girls. But a problem with Colombia, I was here and everyone was wearing a face mask, so you cannot really see.
Yes.
Maybe that's also playing with when I went to Brazil, everyone has
no mask. It was during the COVID. You were in Brazil?
No.
People don't care about it.
No, it's more than 5-6 years ago.
Yes. Okay.
Or 7 years, I don't know. I was 24? 24, I think, yeah.
Okay. And so if we make a little summary about your traveling, do you remember at which moment of your life, now you are 32, at which moment of your life you have decided to begin traveling the world like that?
I was young. I wanted to do it when I was 17, 18. I was like, I want to travel. But then I was like, you should get a diploma first. So I studied to become a sport teacher.
Sport teacher?
Sport teacher.
Sport teacher.
PE teacher.
For high-level sportive or at school?
No, schools. And like, all ages, but not high level. Just a bachelor. And then I was like, okay, I know I want to start traveling. After that, finishing my study.
So you got, how old are you this time?
I was 21. That I was like, no, I want to travel, but then it happens that like the school where the King of Belgium went to invited me for like...
the King of Belgium invited you?
No, not the King, but the school where the King went.
Yes.
And like where like all the rich people of Belgium go. No, all the rich people, not all, but like
To become the teacher of the king.
Something like that. I would not be the teacher. I would be like the
assistant.
No, like who cares about them? Like after 4 until 8 the next morning. So I have to sport. I have to be for there when they have to study, when they go to sleep. So that was my job.
Okay.
And I had an interview. And I said, well, okay, let's try, like just check it out. And then they say, you got the job. And then I was like, okay. Well, when I was there, I was like, I want to have it. Just to be proud of it's like a challenge. And I worked there for 2 years. And then I had a girlfriend at that moment. And we broke up. My last year that I was working there, and that was clear for me, okay, no, I'm leaving Belgium and I'm going to travel.
Because of the daughter of the king?
The daughter, no. The king itself, when he was younger, he went to that school.
Okay.
The daughter, I don't think she came.
I say maybe it's because of the daughter of the king you broke with your girlfriend, but...
Maybe a nice reason.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
So I was 22 maybe when I started traveling. 22, getting 23. And then I've been traveling a lot. And then,
So at this time you travel and you worked at the same time? Or?
No, I worked 2 years before I started traveling. And I didn't work in Thailand that was in Asia, mostly in Asia.
So at this time you go in Asia?
Yeah, okay. I went to Asia and then...
and then Asia, Brazil?
Yeah, and then I went to Brazil. That was all that period. I didn't really work in between. I worked a little bit in... I think in Spain, in Spain or in Greece, I worked entertainer in hotels, for a couple of months.
Entertainer, like a humorist, you make joke, these kind of things.
Yeah, it was
like Kevin Hart, humorist, stand up.
No, like that. It's with the kids, like club, kindergarten, animador.
Animador, I see. You make the kid occupied and spend a great moment.
Yeah, at 10 o'clock they could come. But also with adults I worked. And it's I like that job. But it's
And so you did it before traveling to Asia and Brazil?
No, in between.
Okay. So you went in Asia, then you go back to Spain, travel, and then
I left
Brazil.
again and things like that. So it's I just felt like what I wanted to do, but I loved it. I loved my travels and was not sick of traveling at all at that time.
So all the time, it's what allows you to travel. You work, have money, keep it. You travel, and then you get back. You work. You go travel. You get back. You work.
That was what it ended in. I was in Belgium. I was bored. I didn't want to be in Belgium. Then I had the opportunity to work there, and I said, okay, I'm going. And then that was over, and said, look, okay, I'm traveling again.
Okay.
Yeah, something like.
So you are not the kind of travelers that take his backpack and travel the world during 7 years and never get back. How was the monk? No, not the monk. The longest duration?
That's now. But
2 years.
No. Right now it's I'm 6 months.
Okay.
The longest before it was or maybe already 7 months. But before it was 4 months, something like that. It was it was always a reason to come back. I think I've been gone 3 times, so 3 times 4 months, something like that. And the first time I went back, I was ready to go from Laos to China. I had my visa, I wasn't prepared. And then I got a message that my granddad was ill, that he was probably gonna die. And I said, okay, I have to go back. So I went back to Bangkok and I flew back to Belgium. I was in Belgium for a couple of months. I was really what I'm doing here. And I left again to Thailand. Then I decided to go to Brazil. So after 4 months, I flew to Belgium, 11 days in Belgium. Then I went to Brazil.
Okay.
And then the third time I went to India.
India.
Also, also very nice.
You have eaten Indian food?
Of course.
Spicy, curry, all this.
The first time I went to India, I was 20. I was from an Erasmus. And I spent 2 months there, and we were staying with, we were with 5 foreigners, 5 European guys. We were staying in a university.
In New Delhi?
No, it was in Cochin, around Cochin. And they prepared special food for us. Like the students get all the food and we got. It was
Every day?
Every day, always.
Oh.
It was like, that was a little bit better. But also, it was not spicy, they said.
But it was...
We could not eat it. It was like...
And they say it was not spicy.
And I didn't eat bananas for a year or 2 years after that experience, because like bananas was the only thing that helped against the spice. So you eat spices, your mouth is burning. You eat bananas after. Yeah. Because water is not helping. I think milk was also eggs or meat is helping, but we didn't eat much eggs or meat there because
when you drink water, it becomes more spicy. No,
it's not helping. I don't know, or it's like more, but it's not less. So it's like yeah, but it's very spicy.
Mm-hmm. So, as we talk about food, in which countries you have eaten the best food? The word is maybe not the best. But,
no, I understand what you're saying. Thailand.
Thailand.
The food is great. I forgot to say that. The food is cheap.
And great.
What?
And great.
Curries, like Thai curry, the red one or green one. You have pad Thai. You have fried rice. And that's actually what I eat there. Well, that's what I ate there. And it's like, you can say like the curries are expensive.
Yes.
And it's like, no, it's €1.50, like $2 max for a meal. And it was super delicious. But I mostly ate like cheaper for like 75 euro cents. That was like meal for a fried rice or something. So that's what I mean with how cheap it was, and it's so delicious, really. And here it's like a lot. There's also fried rice, and then there's rice with the curry. But it's like if you compare with here you get like just a plate of rice and like chicken and just a little bit vegetables. But honestly, I have to. Somebody told me then when I was traveling in Thailand, everything you eat there is fried, like fried rice, pad Thai. I'm not sure about pad Thai, but fried rice is so fried. So that was what I was eating mostly. And actually, it's fried, so it's not that healthy. But I thought it was very good, and but it's maybe not that good, but it's so good. It's so
nice. Okay, I know that. Maybe I will plan to go to.
You should
to Thailand.
You should go to the north.
Nice.
It's cheaper and it's better.
Cool. As we are talking now, most about good things. I'd like to talk a little if there are some bad experience you have met during all your traveling, or some difficulties during all your travelings. Have you met some, I don't know if the word is difficulties, some bad experience maybe?
I've been hitchhiking everywhere.
You have been what?
Hitchhiking autostop.
Okay.
So I've been hitchhiking everywhere, and
in all the countries you have traveled, Thailand, Brazil.
Yeah, everywhere.
How you call it?
Hitchhiking.
Hitchhiking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I can talk about the hitchhiking. Yes. I can talk about it like just in.
Let's talk about hitchhiking.
Talk about hitchhiking. When I was younger, I loved hitchhiking. I loved it.
Even in Belgium.
I'm not hitchhiking often in Belgium because I feel like it's different because I'm like from there.
Yes.
And I can just buy like a ticket, train ticket. Sometimes I do, but it doesn't happen often. But I hitchhike in France. I want to say Spain, but I don't know in Spain. In the Holland, in Germany. I tried to hitchhike in Italy, didn't work.
And what motivates you at this time to say, let me try this?
2 things. 3 things. Like, you meet people. Like, it's a selection of people. Like, who's gonna stop? People who are like open-minded.
Yes.
To like for somebody on the street. People are not scared. Well, they may be a little bit scared, but people are scared, but they're not that scared that they don't stop. And people who would like to help. So it's like, it's always like very nice to meet those people. And I really wanted to meet people, and I was very talkative, and I was like, I loved it. Adventure. That's like you don't know where you're gonna end up. You have to find solutions. You have to make your solutions out of that. There's a problem. Oh yeah, I want to get there or not. It doesn't matter where I arrived. The adventure of hitchhiking, and the price also. But that's like the less important thing because like taking a bus in Thailand, for example, is kind of cheap, or a train in India, but. Yeah, it's not that the money doesn't play, but like it's adventure, the people.
The adventure, the experience.
The freedom. I had always like my hammock and my sleeping bag with me. And like this, I didn't have to reach a point. I could also like be halfway and I could just sleep at a...
Does it happen that you don't find a car to bring you and you sleep on the road, near the road with your...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Many times?
But sometimes it's also the plan. It's also...
yes.
Yeah, I mean like... how to say it is like... I slept often like tank stations at midnight where I was left.
In train station?
No, not train station, like a tank station. Like
tank station, okay.
I think it was also in France a lot that I just slept in the woods next to it, and the next day I started hitchhiking again because they dropped like a camion truck dropped me there at nighttime. So this happened. What was the question? My bad experience with hitchhiking. I love it. I got mostly good experience, like amazing experience. Like for example, in Laos, I was sitting a couple, a man in it was also a little truck. Man, a woman was breastfeeding her baby. They didn't speak a word English. I didn't speak a word.
Just make signs.
Yeah, I was just like, can I go with you? And I was sitting in between. The view was perfect. We were going not fast, but it was like easy going. And it was I was like out of the tourist part, and I was really enjoying that. Like I had also like multiple experience like that.
Nice.
People invite you to eat, people invite you to sleep in their place, things like that. I love it. But like when I was younger, I would recommend everyone, you have to hitchhike. What an experience. You have to
try it.
You have to try it.
I think I will try it. Yeah.
You should try it if
I've never tried it, but yes.
You should.
In Ecuador, it will be safe. People tell me take it.
I think like I didn't hitchhike much here, but it's easy here. It's easy for what I did. Of course, it's safe. And I understand because like if you hitchhike yourself, you're scared too. For sure in the beginning, you're scared of the people in the car, you know?
You see?
But you have to get over that. And you can always say no if somebody stops.
Yes.
I said it only once, I think. Yeah. I said it once, and the second time, but I will tell it later. It's like with my bad experiences, I didn't go with him. Yes, but I would not recommend a girl alone to hitchhike. I would recommend it, but I would not take my responsibility. A guy alone, I have all the trust in the world. Like nothing gonna happen with you. But a girl alone, like when I'm hitchhiking, I've been hit on by more than once. Like I don't know, 5-6 times, like by guys. Like they're trying to flirt with me. They try to invite me in a hotel or something, things like that.
The guys,
like gay guys, and you can. And then there was always like I was talking about the girls, you know, like when I was in Brazil
to make them understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was like in Brazil, the Brazilian girls are so beautiful. When it was very obvious he's hitting on me, and he was like, and the guys, oh my God, please no.
I don't know. This is not my stuff.
Yeah, please leave me alone. But I was in Brazil. It's very hard to hitchhike, and
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's like
because of security, people.
I don't know. The trucks are not allowed to take hitchhikers. Okay. I know that, but I don't know why it's so hard.
Okay.
But it was super hard. And I was walking. When I'm hitchhiking, I'm walking. I'm just keep walking. I'm just wanna... I am chill. I'm walking, and when a car passes, or And so I was walking 5 hours, I think, that day. It was like one of my maximum walks. Mostly it goes much faster. I'm just thinking about Morocco is a country where it's the easiest to hitchhike.
Morocco?
Really, like the best country to hitchhike.
I have been, but I never hitchhiked when I were in Morocco. Okay.
You should try.
Yes.
In Burundi too. No,
Burundi too?
No, it's not easy, but I'm just thinking I've been hitchhiking. So what? Brazil, and that guy he took me with, and he said like, "Oh, do you want to have a shower?" And I was like, "Oh yeah."
In the car. Yes, and you said
yeah. I said, "Of course, yeah." Like I was sweating, I was dirty. Okay. And then he stopped at a hotel. You want to take it? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna shower when I'm getting somewhere else. So yeah. But what I want to say, like, girls alone, don't do it. Well, yeah, I know girls, but that did it, but nah. And I have actually never had a bad experience. Like, I don't know how many cars I hitchhiked, like 400, I don't know, in total. Just saying something is going to be something like that, I guess. And I had only one bad experience, and that was in France.
Ah,
yeah.
What was it? Explain to us. In France.
I was on a how you say, highway. But like highways are not easy to hitchhike. So somebody dropped me like in the middle of nowhere, and I couldn't walk, so I had to stay there.
Because in the highway you don't have any place to walk. Just
you cannot enter. So I was like in an entrance, and it was a really long entrance. Like the road was very long, and there were barely cars. I was stuck. So it's like it was.
What time was it?
Summer. It was very hot. I think I came back. I don't know. And. So what did I do? I took off my shirt, and I was just waiting until a car came without a shirt. And then the car came. When the cars came, I just put my shirt on. I was hitchhiking. But yeah, so that happened. Nobody stopped, and after a while, one guy stopped. I still remember. It's like a little red car, yeah, the guy was looking very decent looking guy, 40 or something, and I got in the car. But like first thing he said, like, put your back in the back.
Yes. Hi.
And so I took off my backpack and I put in my backpack in the back of the car.
Yes.
And when I was doing that, I was hearing him doing things with his belt.
Wow.
But I was like, how you are in the car, I don't care, like, I mean, like, you were alone in your car, whatever. So I got in the car. I looked
You sit
next
beside him or behind?
No, next to him. Mostly I'm sitting next to him.
Okay.
And I looked right straight in his eyes and I said, hello, je suis Brecht, blah, blah, blah. Let's go. So we start moving. And at that moment, I wanted to know what he was doing. And so I looked down, and like everything was open, like his pants was totally open, everything was like, yeah. So I said immediately, stop. Qu'est-ce que ça? Je ne comprends pas. Pourquoi tu le fais?
Yes.
Et je sors. I left, and I took my backpack and the car left. So yeah. That was my bad experience. Is it a bad experience? Not really. Nothing happened.
But it was uncomfortable, yes.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. And it's so bad. Like, I'm always telling this story. But all the good things that happened, like the 400 other cars that were amazing, and I'm always telling that story. But it's like the best story, I mean, like...
Because the brain keep in mind easily the bad experience.
Yeah, that's the best story, like...
It's not so bad, but yes.
Nothing happened or something.
It was inappropriate.
Yeah. But I could handle that guy. I mean, like, I was strong enough to like, if he did something, I could, like, say... What he was doing, he was just inviting me for something that he hoped would happen. If he was flirting with me, that's a step lower, but... like that would be much better, but okay.
That's why it can be dangerous for a girl alone.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Yes. Girl alone. 2 girls, please do it. No problem. But 1 girl, it's like, nah.
Okay.
So, and bad experience in general, When India was really a dark time, second time I went to India because it was winter time and I was not expecting that would be like so cold, and I wasn't like in the mountains.
It's cold.
It was cold there. I was in the north. This the first time I've been twice to India. The first time it was super hot, like 40 degrees constantly, and the second time I was not prepared. I had no clothes, but India was not a good time because many people are begging, like you have beggars here, like here in South America, but there is like much more. And how to get along with that, it's always difficult. So
Okay. I have heard a guy I interviewed last week.
Yeah.
He told me that something arrived to him. Like for instance, he was in Costa Rica. He was people stole him.
Stole his stuff.
Stole his stuff. Some people tried to intimidate him, to give him things he got and all these things. And last week here in Ecuador, there were a guy that ran after him to to take him things. There's some things like as you travel a lot in South America, does something like that already happen to you, or you just feel that
never happened? And I think it's also because usually I'm not wearing nice clothes. I'm like wearing like how you say that, like a Marcelo, I don't know, like a tank top, like an old tank top and a short. Like I'm never wearing like jewelry. I'm never having my phone with me. I'm looking kind of poor. They know I'm not. They know I'm not poor because they say you're a tourist, you have money, and they're right in the end. And one thing also is like very important, that you have confidence. That like
people they feel it.
Yeah, if you have fear, they
feel it. Yes,
you have to be confident. It's like I got it under control, and surprise people. Like I've been in places like I was in a city, and I think it was in Brazil, and I arrived there at nighttime. Was it Victoria? I don't think it was Victoria. Doesn't matter. It was not a touristic city. I hoped it was a touristic city because in touristic cities, they're like the prices are lower because there's a lot of competition for like hostels and things. But there was nothing. There was one hotel. It was too expensive. So I say like, what I'm gonna do, and I start walking in the streets, and there was one guy sitting there, a young guy, and I say like it was 10 p.m. and I said I spoke Portuguese.
You speak Portuguese?
I forgot it after learning Spanish, but I spoke it that time. And I said like, do you know a place where I can stay? Or can you help me like a hostel? And he brought me to the same hotel again. I was saying, no, it's too expensive. And then he said like, apparently he lived on the street. And then he brought me to a friend of his who lived in a house, but the house was like there was no water, only in the walls. Wow. Like the walls were full of water. Like you could feel it. It was like really unhealthy place to stay. But I could stay there for free. The only thing I had to, they asked me to give them 8, whatever. I don't know what it was. It was not that much. I think 8 reais. And I think 40 reais is like 30 to 40 reais is the normal price for a hostel.
It's around how much euros or dollars?
I don't remember.
If you have in mind, okay.
Maybe 4 reais is €1.
Okay.
But I don't remember.
I will check that. We'll check that after.
It's good. And so they asked me, can we have like 8 reais to buy drugs? I don't do drugs.
As you said, drugs, they mean medicines?
No. Yeah, it's a good question. No. Like, I think it was marijuana, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they were like, it's like they were all... Brazil is a dangerous country because of the misuse of drugs and alcohol. You see that much more than in Asia, and Asia is so much more
safer
to travel.
But anyway, you place Brazil in
Second.
one of the best countries you have been. So even if it happens there, you didn't feel really insecure when you were,
No.
if you don't seek problem with them.
Yeah, and if you're not showing like I don't have the clothes on like you have, and I'm walking around with
so
like.
you mean if I go there like this?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I can be a target.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course, but you're not like obvious tourists because you're not white and you're not blonde. Then that's like tourist, you know. But
I can be a target.
Of course, you're a target. Well, like, of course, you're calling attention, but you walk with confidence, so that's something else. But yeah, of course, yeah.
Even in Ecuador, my friend told me take care, but I feel secure. You know?
Yeah, but you've only been in Cuenca and Quito.
Cuenca and Quito, see.
Yeah, and it's like where we were yesterday. It's like very safe here and very quiet. So. But if you make a walk of like 4 hours here in the city by night, I'm not sure it's gonna be. That's a good idea with like your everything.
I'm planning to go to Guayaquil.
That's another city. But the thing is, like, if you don't have fear, so that's the most important thing.
You get confidence and you don't seek problem with people.
Yeah.
So you were just talking about something. I don't know why I stopped you and I don't remember what you were talking about. Brazil.
Yeah, what about it?
Yes, you were speaking, you were relating a story. You said the guy asked you money to pay drugs and these things.
So, but I was like, okay, 8 reais, I think was 8. It's okay, you know, like I see it like my payment of sleeping here. But I really like, I never told this story to my parents because I was like going with somebody from the streets, living on the streets. That was.
We will share there this video, so.
Yeah, I know, but they don't understand English. It's okay. So I was like in between being scared. I was actually following my feeling, where like my heart says you can trust that guy. My head said, oh no, turn around. So I like one moment I turned around and said, it's okay, thank you. Then I left. But in the end I say okay, but my feeling says, and I just went with him, and then I arrived with that guy in that house, and I slept with like a mouth mask on, like a face mask, just because of the humid, the smell and the humid of the room. And I was like, maybe I should leave, but it was raining super hard, so I couldn't leave anymore. But I was okay. It was better that I was not on the street. I was in a little house. And the next morning at 6 or something, I left. And yeah. But I would not tell my parents because that was like a dangerous situation that I brought myself in. It was good.
So you just said me that you travel with your equipment, your tent, and it already happened that you sleep outside in your tent. And what have you, I don't know if it's learned or remember about this experience, sleeping outside in your tent? Was it a little scary? How was it? How was your feeling?
Yeah.
And I think it happens many times.
That I slept on my, I have to correct you, I don't sleep in a tent. I sleep in a hammock.
Okay.
Hammock, hamaca.
So it's okay. It's
2 trees, and then the thing in between.
Okay. So you should find 2 sides.
Yeah, it's not that easy to find. It's not that easy, and it has to be on the right distance.
Yes.
Apparently, almost like if I stretch my arms.
And if it's rain,
yeah, okay. So I bought it in Laos because I saw it, like somebody else doing it, but I not really used it in Thailand, but in Asia because it's so cheap. But when I went to Brazil, it was like, it's more expensive. It's way more expensive there. So what did I do? I had my hammock with me and I slept. I just went into the forest, tried to not use my torch.
Amazonia?
No. I did the coast between a city between Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. I went up to Salvador de Bahia, so the entire coast. But I just went into like some forests, where I felt like nobody can see me here. And then I hang my hammock. You have to, like, my experience was that, like, when I was in Laos and people were traveling with a hammock, they were like sleeping in this city, in like the capital of Laos. And what did they do? They were just sleeping there. Like, everyone could touch and everyone saw them because it was like a lot of people in the street. But I was looking at it and I felt fear because I didn't know who was in there. And they were with two, but they're not in the same, like, next to each other. And I felt the fear. And then I realized, like, people are scared for the unknown. So if people see me hanging in my hammock, they're scared for me.
Also, yes.
So I don't have to be that scared because, like, they are scared for me too. So that was my mindset. So what I do, I always go to a place that I feel secure, so that they don't see me that easy. I'm hiding myself. I know people who sleep like in the open air. Everyone sees them, but I don't like that. I want to go to a place that I'm hidden. And then I hide. What I have is like an army hammock, very light, with a mosquito net. And with a mosquito net, you need it. And I don't hang my hammock like this, but like very like straight, so straight as possible, because then I can sleep on my belly too.
So when you sleep on your hammock, you are not like this.
No, because then what?
How it happens?
Because I'm putting it like so strong, and otherwise you have to lay like on your back. You know, I can really sleep like this. You know, like, and I prefer sleeping on my belly. So and I sleep very well, very good. But then you have the problem with the rain, because I had no.
If it rains, yes.
So I made like a plastic.
You should find an umbrella, or you can attach it to your hammock. I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, I had that problem in
like for motorbike. There are some motorbike with umbrella. I don't know if it can be possible for the hammock.
Yeah, well, I put like a plastic thing on my above me. I did it first in Brazil for the first time, but that was not really amazing because it was not made for it. But then when I went back after Brazil, I went back to Belgium. I made one for myself, and I still have it with me. Okay. Very useful, but I try not to use it because if it's raining, I prefer sleeping in a hostel or something.
Great.
So yeah.
Okay. So to finish, about what you just said in the beginning, that you are sick of this mode of traveling. Yeah. So what is now I don't know if it's not the future project, but the next step now in the future? From now, for instance, how will be your new mode of traveling?
Yeah. I still, it's a good question, because at first I want to go back to Belgium and just to work like an osteopath, like a couple of years experience, and then I would love to choose one country, one place, and go there for 1 year. So
So you continue to travel?
I think so, but having a place kind of cheap. I mean, a good place. I don't know. I'm not talking about money right now, and find work there, work on the place himself.
Expatriate or just tourism?
Experts, yeah. Okay. For one, it's my idea is 1 year, and then I can move to another place or something. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that, but it's an idea that I have that I really like. So then I have my adventure, but I have also my stability and my structure, and that combination is what I'm looking for right now.
Okay, so you keep the adventure, but not sleeping 2 days in a hostel today, tomorrow go 2 days in the hostel.
And not knowing what's going to happen in 2 days. It's I want to know what is happening, and it's give me peace right now. So yeah.
Do you have an idea of the country or the city? Not yet.
Yeah, I want to go. I think I want to go to
Brazil.
I think every country you're gonna say right now, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, why not? Why not? It's you say Argentina, you say Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, why not? back to Montanita here in Ecuador.
Yes.
Taiwan, I would love to
Have you
explore.
been to Taiwan? Not yet.
But I met people from Taiwan and I really like those people. Japan, China.
Need to learn Mandarin.
Why not? Why not? I would love to. Yeah.
Just for context, because
Spain
I'm not secretly listening, but this sounds really interesting. How long have you been traveling for already?
We're taking a podcast actually, but
Yes.
yeah.
So sorry.
No. It's no. You can answer. So.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years in total.
Okay. Go ahead.
So yeah.
Yes, you were saying you will find a destination
Yeah,
for
something like that.
after
Yeah,
Belgium.
having some experience, more experience, like working in a.
So I think you don't know yet where you will go, but you will decide it during the next.
Yeah,
next year.
exactly. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. So then, Republic Dominica.
Yeah, so now I'm going for. In 2 weeks, I have my flight to the Dominican Republic. I'm gonna stay there for 2 months. 1 month. I have a place what I really love, like my structure, my stability. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. What I want to do.
Goodbye yourself.
And yeah, thank you. And then the next month, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna stay at the same place, but I want to see it before I like extend it for 1 month.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna work in a hostel, like volunteer work, because like I have to gain money, so I have to do something.
Okay. Have you traveled with an other way of traveling than a plane? Maybe bicycle, boat? Have you experienced?
It was really my dream to travel by bicycle.
By bicycle?
Yeah,
Okay.
I bought a bicycle also, but I never used it to travel. I'm using it in Belgium. Bicycle. Never by boat. I would love to. I've been looking for it. Really, when I was in Dominican Republic and I wanted to leave the Dominican Republic, I was like looking at Facebook. I was looking at sites who were like find my something, my boat or something. This I did, but I never did. By plane or by hitchhiking. That's the 2 ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish you the best for the following project.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate you spending this time with me.
We did it with
Enjoy.
a lot of pleasure for you.
Thank you. Boom.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry.
I was already wondering why you like talking so like prominent and loud and structured. Like
The thing.
definitely sounds like good content.
Yeah.